That is good. Ukienda kwa meza utakula ni sasa ambayo inatakikana. Drink water 30 minutes before a meal. But after you've eaten, use the principle ambayo ulisoma biology na science shule. Wanasema wakati mwingine vitu vingi. What time does it take food to digest? 3 to 4 hours. That is why they say at least 2 hours after a meal is when you should take water. Achana na ile 15 minutes ambayo imekuwa kifundishwa Adventista kwa muda mrefu. That is not even scientific accurate. Let me explain why it is scientific wrong to eat while to drink while eating. When you drink, imagine when food enters, you start chewing food. Enzymes inakuwa introduce the digestive juices. Ukikunywa maji, you dilute the digestive juices. The impact on the food becomes minimal, and so digestion inakuwa incomplete. Food naenda fermenting in the stomach. 2, other effect ni kwamba if you drink water, chakula kinaenda kana kwamba kinaelea juu ya maji. It floats. So the juice cannot act on the food. Food in a ferment on the stomach. And the effect will be seen in ulcers, in stages, in body growth and body abnormals and things. And it's seen because of how your dietary eating habits. Drinking and eating. The other law of health says, let me walk quickly now. After watering,
I'm still having a problem.
With water. Yes, there is a problem.
Because he knows my problem. But here comes a case. For example, myself, personally, when maybe after taking breakfast, then I move out. Then coincidentally, I might feel thirst. Then I need water before taking anything. And when I drink that water, I will start stomaching. Na roho kuchafuka.
When you are hungry, that is, una feel wakati ambapo tumeko wazi.
Yeah. I feel nataka kutapika, tumbo inaniuma. And this is the period ambapo unasema ya kwamba inafaa niwe ya kwamba nimekunywa maji before lunch time hapo ikifika ni kunywa maji.
And then
how do I help myself?
Let me speak two things. One, do not wait to be thirsty to drink water. That is the first thing. Usingoje uhisi kiu. Hiyo ni kitu ambacho tunafanya kwanza. Two, maji unapokunywa, the body imezoea a certain thing, a certain way. From a personal experience, the first time we started drinking water in the morning, ukiamka unasikia yani ni mzito kwa mwili, maana yake mwili hajazoea hiyo. So with the time as you do it over and over again, the body adapts to that. 3, kitu kingine ni kwamba unakunywa maji mengi at the same time. You drink so much water at the same time, so that brings the effect also. So you have to minimize one, how you drink water. Sip in the manner, ukikunywa breakfast hapa, when you go up to work, you have at least 2 hours span, then start sipping your water to pole pole will never see such effect. It will really help you. The body pole will adapt to that. The body has a way of correcting itself and coming back to the laws that God has instituted. Thank you. Check your answer, then I go to the
I just wanted, if in a question, if there's something good in it.
Just suppose, were you answering this? What answer alafu I come back to.
Nilikuwa nataka kusema mtu yote asubuhi ukiamka alafu kunywe maji lazima utasikia kutapika. Mtu yote. Kwa sababu kama ulikuwa umefast. Sasa unataka kubreakfast yako. The best water unaweza kutumia ni warm water. Itakusaidia. Ama lemonade water. Itafungua tumbo yako vizuri alafu baadaye you take breakfast.
Thank you. Actually, there's a very important point that you brought out. Your first visitor in the mouth in the morning should be water. Warm water is very good. Just make it a routine. Your first visitor in the morning, you can just make it just start with a glass, advance to 2 glasses. You'll see you are advancing pole too in the morning. What does it help? Watu huwa wanauliza mtu ambaye akuli nyama anapata tu vitamin B12. Scientists have proven ya kwamba vitamin B12 is formed naturally in the mouth using the bacteria mtu akilala usiku. Inakuwa formed. So asubuhi ukiamka na ukunywe maji warm, you digest the vitamin B12 automatically in your system. Look at how God programmed us. That is how He made us. So inaingia the system automatically. So inakusaidia tu, inatayarisha tumbo to receive food. I mean rather. Yeah. So thank you. Let me go to the other law of health. The next one is what? After water? Evans, you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. B12 manufactured in the mouth. We have a lot of different people. There are some that the first thing wakiamka asubuhi is to brush. before they put anything in the mouth is to brush. Maybe they feel kichefu if they eat something. Unaona? So what they run first is to brush. So inamaanisha hawa watu hivi vitamin B12 natural hawana.
If they destroy it upon waking up. Maana kabla ukule usukutue mdomo, you're supposed to digest it. Kichefu nimekwambia, unajua mwili ni kwa kuwa hujazoea kitu. The more naifanya mwili utazoea tu urejee kwa. Just the same principle ya 2 hours after meal. The first time you start practicing kama nako ukule alafu ngoje 2 hours ukunywe maji, it will be a hill to climb. But with the time mwili unafanya nini? Unazoea. It comes into it. So that's it. So hata wao wakiamka asubuhi, before you brush your teeth and so ya kwamba you have some water that washes it down ili kwamba at least
and the issue of the first thing in the morning should be water. What of those who are used the first thing in the morning? Ugali.
No, before your ugali. Ukiamka tu after your devotion. After your devotion, piga maji yako tu pole pole. Yani, what I'm saying, the principle, before a meal, let there be water in the morning. I think we can proceed. After water is water is
kwa hiyo water, I've seen so many messages being sent. Somebody from India must study drinking water before you sleep.
I've not heard about it. It's science. The science behind one or two other change messages and so honestly, I don't know the science behind that you're not supposed to drink water before you sleep. I will not give information that is scientifically inaccurate. And that, I will cheat you. Okay.
The reason why you're not supposed to drink much water when you are sleeping, to avoid urination. Because when your body at rest, utasikia kukojoa usiku. So it will wake you from the rest unaenda wapi. So that is one thing. You're told that at least kunywa just a glass of water, but not more than that. Much of it should be drunk during the day, but at night, the least number of glasses.
Thank you. New start, sunlight. There's another law of health that we rarely interact with. We rarely expose ourselves to. But it's important, the development of white blood cells. Sun rays, very much important. I'm sure about this information. We've been taught ya kwamba ile ya mchana, so I'll only give you as a research. You do a research on it. Ile ya mchana is very dangerous. I had a scientist saying that ile ya mchana is the best, and I was confused. He's saying the hotter the sun, the better, because it comes with good doses. And we were told that the ultraviolet rays, the UV will affect us if we expose ourselves. But the bottom line here is, at least expose yourself to the sun. I usually say this over and over again. Sometimes the people from the Western countries know the benefit of these things. They will come and you find them lying naked on our beaches there, and anajiexpose apigwe na jua na anaingia kae kule because they know the import of it. Ama unajipata amefanya kitu ambacho kinaitwa anajizika kwa mchanga. Anajizika kwa ndani ya mchanga ile moto ya sunbathing. Thank you. Anafanya sunbathing, inamfunika kabisa, ile moto inampiga vizuri, he feels rejuvenated. It's important to help the development of your white blood cells. Next, new start. Temperance. I'm not talking about that. I'll come about it later. Rest.
Air.
Rest. Oh, air first. Air. Pure air, not just air. Breathe pure air. And this calls for the environments that we stay here. But then the health laws really calls for the country living message to be affected. The health laws, properly, the country living message. We are living in a toxic environment. And even apart from country living, as young people, how do you choose where to live even? Because every young person stays in Bamburi, kuna estate bedsitters mzuri, wewe pia unakimbia. Na ukumbuke kwamba Bamburi around kuna Bamburi cement. Ambayo inachafua hiyo environment kisawa sawa. Ukumbuke hiyo. So it's important as you choose a place of living, choose a place that at least can allow you have fresh air. Breathe properly. 2, tight clothing. Siku hizi na si kwa ladies peke yake, there is even for men. Tight clothing. When you put on tight clothing, you constrict your chest and your vessels ambazo zinafaa kusaidia kwa breathing, and so you are not going to breathe properly. Element says in the quotation ya kwamba, put in a cloth that when you raise your hand, that particular cloth moves in response to how you raise your hand. Inakuwa flexible. Hakuna kitu ambacho kimekufinya mahali, so that you breathe properly. That's very much important. So have fresh air, pure air to breathe is very much important. I say that about air you can study more on yourself. Now I come to
Rest.
Rest also. Rest is abused, especially to the lovebirds. Hello? Rest is abused, especially to young people who are dating. They are abusing the principle of rest. And that is why Ellen White has talked about that. Kuna kitu nilisoma kwa kinaitwa love sick sentimentalism. It is affecting Adventist young people so much, to an extent we want to text and chat to the middle of the night. Anajua shetani ni mjanja. Anajua kufanya hizo vitu zikuwe so easy. Mara tubonge, mara 20 minutes free sa Safaricom, mara orange sijui ni shilingi moja sijui ni bure karibu the whole night. Look at those scenarios. So amekuweka enslaved ya kwamba tubonge iko lazima ni exhaust. Kama ni minutes lazima nizimalize. So you want to talk to the middle of the night. In the morning you're very tired for a Bible study. You can't wake up fresh to study God's word. So rest is important. They say a sleep 2 hours before midnight is a very quality sleep. So the latest time you're supposed to be falling asleep is 10. The latest, hiyo ni worst kabisa. Unafaa kwa falling asleep ni 10. From that, as a person who's developing, 7 hours after that, 7 to 8, you can wake up fresh again. Watoto wanafaa ku end at 9 at 10, young people. But adults, 7 to 8 hours are important. Are enough for us to rest na tunaamka fresh. If we keep the laws of health, we will not need an alarm to wake us up. Kuna kitu ambacho kinaitwa body clock. Mwili najua tu ikifika hii saa mwili wangu unataka wakitenda tu peke yake alone. So do not abuse the principle of rest. Set rules and regulations in your relationship. Some of the last call that we learned on our phones is 9:30. Hii nikienda kwa kitanda 9:30, nikitafuta usingizi by time nitakuwa nimefanya nini? Nimelala. Lakini wewe unataka kuongea mpaka saa 6 za usiku huko, tena asubuhi unaamka the first person unapigia tena 5, unamkia tena yeye. Why unafikiri ni kwa nini usiwe na constant headaches?
Ai.
Oh, sasa. Mnaendelea na dance pale. Constant headaches. Kichwa kinaniuma, aishi because you deny yourself sleep. It's important. 2, another thing I'm going to deny sleep is movies.
Lies. They're called lies.
Nilianza kwa kuzungumza pleasant lies. Nilianza kusema hapa, this time don't allow yourself to be enslaved with what does not build you up spiritually. Movies has a way of enslaving people. I'm speaking from a personal experience because I overcame. In my first year of campus, you know, I usually date my conversion to my first year of campus. Nasema nimezaliwa SDA. That is when I was converted in my first year of campus. Nilikuwa sio converted. I used to sit down. There's a movie that used to be called Prison Break. Okay. Prison Break, I watched season 1 to season 3 in one sitting. One sitting. And season 1 has got how many episodes? And then season 2 kuna episodes. Then season 3 kuna episodes. In one tulianza kuwatch na roommate, au ametoka mpaka amelala au ameniacha. Nikishtuka ni saa 7, saa 8 usiku. Is when I have classes the next day to attend. But because you are attracted to this thing and you feel that it's really nice. Now I just studying in Janja. I want to skate babangu akicomment anytime there's a program inaenda. Shetani anajua kuweka ni suspense ili kwamba utafute next. That's what he does. That's what he does. Anakuweka ni suspense. Hataki ufike mahali ambapo utakuwa satisfied. Anataka kuacha mahali ambapo nikikuachia this point. Kesho lazima utafute. Unafikiri hata zile movie ambazo zinapita kwa TV kama tungekuwa na uwezo wa kuzipata hapo tungeziwatch in one sitting na ziisha. Hatungewajia hadi kesho hatungewajia hivyo. Si hata wakati mwingine the next day asubuhi tuna roam around the YouTube tunatafuta kama imekuwa updated ile next week. Dada anacheka anajua. Because we really want to get it beforehand. Sleep, abuse rest. Don't abuse it. It's good. Another thing, it's also good mchana wanasema ukishakula you can either take a walk or have a nap. My wife eats a nap. Not sleep.
What can you fit here?
Yeah, actually, Melinda covers herself fully. Analala for even 3 hours after meal. Analala. Na usiku pia unamwona kistruggle kulala tena. Analala kuacha mambo kuacha. You have so much sleep. So it's enough. It's enough. So after meal they say it's good sometimes unatulia so that at least the body hiyo digestion inafanyika vizuri, alafu ama tunachukua a small walk. A little walk unaenda hivi left and center na unarudi hivi. So it's important. Another rest is called Sabbath. Don't forget that. Sabbath is a very important rest. Scientists say on the Sabbath, the pulse rate of human beings inageuka. Scientists have proven that. Whether you keep the Sabbath or you don't keep it, the pulse rate inageuka on the Sabbath. Because that is how the Lord programmed us. Ni siku ambapo our akili zetu zimetulia. They are resting. Don't abuse the law of health of resting. And don't forget to say, some of us are in the habit of sleeping in rooms with light. It's not scientifically good. There is a hormone that is important for sleep. What is its name? Okay, melatonin, thank you. Inakuwa produced only in dark places. Inasaidia ikikuwa produced, inasaidia pia in repair of worn out tissues at night. So in night, it's rarely produced. So as you sleep in dark places. Another thing that is a snare for most of us, we struggle with it. Avoid, scientists approve of this, avoid looking at a screen few minutes before sleeping. And that is why it's not advised for us to have televisions in our bedroom, unless otherwise. If we have to have the televisions in our bedroom, then let us use them properly. Tusiangalie mpaka the last thing ambayo tunaangalia, alafu tunalala. Hizo rays zina affect the quality of sleep. I think at least I've mentioned 1 or 2 things about the sleep, which are important. The rest you can do for your studies. Yes. I think I'm remaining with one.
Trust in God.
I'll comment about water and then this rest thing. By the way, if you don't want to see any doctor in this life, drink water. But I tell you what of the money. I'm telling you. Me, that is my experience. The last time I went to the hospital, maybe I took somebody, but I can't even remember. And I'm sure even I will. That is it. Because for me, I believe.
Why are you speaking as if you're not of faith? You could have finished that statement.
Yeah. So for me, I believe, and I do tell people, just drink water. Right? If just drink water, daktari unasikia tu kwa hivyo sasa. And then concerning rest, I suppose you can even break in terms of the mental thing. Most of our youths, we are not resting. Like you think a lot of stuff in your mind. You want to get rich quickly.
Get married, get children.
Exactly. In fact, the question is nowadays, I want to get married first, I get children. I don't know those children. More competing to get those children. So, even in terms of our brain should always settle, even during the day. Let us not task our brain to get a lot of things. Let us our brain do what? Do rest. By the way, if you want to even amass a lot of the scripture, it comes to the rest of the world. That is of the brain. So, if you want to even master a lot, rest. And even like I saw Christ's example, Christ didn't like a lot of company. Because he wanted to always have a quiet time. So even throughout the day, let us create a time that your mind won't make it too easy. You are resting. And then it will help.
Thank you so much. That is important. I think we are supposed to exercise this thing that we're talking about here. They really help us in the growth of Christians. So sleep is important. Kuna kitu nimekumbuka kizungumza na kikisahau tena. Yes, let's speak as I see it again.
And you know, when you talk of rest, si rahisi mtu apumzike. People have piles of so many things. You have so many things to do. I think ends are not meeting. And then you are now thinking of how to make it work. How can I just sit and I know that my body needs rest? I rest. And I know tomorrow I'm not going to have anything. Or this is what I'm supposed to do. Then I decide to rest.
Actually, this question has reminded me of what I wanted to say. And I wanted to quote just her. Sleep before the night of the execution.
Yeah.
That's it. Repeat yourself. Remember someone sleeping before the night of execution.
Yes.
Peter knew the next day is going to be. Okay. But look at Peter. Looking at him. Peter, with the knowledge that the next day is going to be executed, was sleeping. Probably was even snoring. Why? He learned to trust in God. Christ says, which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit to his stature? And the answer is no. So thinking will not solve your problem. We have to learn to trust in God, which is not easy, but it's possible. We have just to learn to trust in God. The Bible says, sufficient for the day is the evil thereof. Mungu akishughulikia leo, trust kama anashughulikia lini? Kesho. Kama leo kuwa na chakula na Mungu akulisha, jua kwamba venye imekuja leo, Mungu pia anatafuta njia ya kuleta lini? Kesho. That's the secret. So that when you go on the bed, you sleep vitally. You sleep sounding. And one thing that really interferes with the quality of sleep is engaging in so much thought. So unaenda kitanda unageuza kitanda arena ya kuanza kufikiria mawazo yako. It's so dangerous. You want to build mansions, unabomoa, unafanya harusi, unakuwa divorced, unatafuta watoto, wanakufa. Ya kitanda. You've already pictured everything on the bed. And what is funny, hakuna mtu anakaa kitandani afikirie, now I'm in heaven, in my mansion. Nobody thinks about that. We are only thinking earthly. I mentioned that and I remember. Another thing I'm going to destroy quality sleep. Now listen to this. Another thing that destroys quality sleep is caffeine. Caffeine, tea, in a destroy quality sleep. Hapa kwetu tunaita sigara. It destroys quality sleep kabisa. So reduce your intake of caffeine, nicotine or caffeine. Reduce it. It will interfere. Mwanzo utakuletea constant headaches. Azishi ukiacha kwa muda mrefu kama hujaikula unasikia kichwa kinauma. Kichwa kinauma manake nikwambia anayekunywa majani atapata na nini? Sigara. No difference. Constant headaches. Let's go ahead. I think we'll talk about trust in God, which is the mother of all laws of health, followed by temperance closely. Now let me speak about temperance, and I tie it to nutrition, which is a very big thing that we have. Kumbuka, tulianza kwa kusoma things like appetite. Now let me start again by reading a quotation. Castles on Diet and Food, 58, paragraph 1. Whether you should have this book, it's very important. And I say hivi, our habits of eating and drinking show whether we are of the world or among the number whom the Lord by his mighty cleaver of truth has separated from the world. That is serious. 58 paragraph 1. It is also found in these counsels for the church, 58 paragraph 4. The same quotation. Counsels on Diet and Food, 58 paragraph 1. And counsels for the church, 58 paragraph 4. And I say, our habits of eating and drinking show whether we are on the Lord's side or we are on the side of the enemy. Kumbuka quotation ambayo tulienda kusoma, Book Education 160, ilisema kwamba by your daily lifestyle, you either are making decision to be towards God or against the enemy in a great controversy. So our habits of eating and drinking are very much important. The Lord was very wise. Now I said this over and over again. Mtu alitengeza cheki yatu, chini aliandika number, I think it's number 42. I'm not sure, 42. My dad cannot put on these shoes. They are smaller for him. I can't put on his shoes. Ni kubwa kwangu. Aliyetengeneza anajua kwamba zinafaa mtu Mungu wake uko vile. That is the same case with God. Alipotumba katika shamba la Edeni, alijua kuna kitu ambacho kinafaa mwili yetu tule. Alitupatia hicho. And you know, before sin, Mungu alimruhusu Adam achague majina ya wanyama, achague jina la mkewe, lakini hakumruhusu achague chakula. And he was sinless. He was sinless, but God did not allow him to do that. Because he knew that over this, for me to help you, you grow more. The way I want you to advance, I have to choose for you the best. You know why God chose for Adam only things from the shamba or from the soil? Because there is where he was taken from. Everything we need for our development is found in the soil. Everything. Some sikuja na propaganda, sijui hakuna B12, sijui hakuna nini. Everything is found there in the soil. Kila kitu. The other time I was telling a group of people, I think I've mentioned with some of you, for a long time, one of the top performing schools and students were coming from Nyanza. It was attributed to their feeding of fish. Because in the head of a fish, kuna kitu kinaitwa omega-3 fatty acids, ambazo zinatumia kufungua brain cells. There is a richer content of omega-3 fatty acid in spinach than in the head of a fish. God knows that. Anajua vizuri kabisa. So he structured everything. I will not move into details. You know, Genesis chapter 1 verse 29 spells out the diet. God says, let us strict ourselves on a vegetarian diet. But Jesus fed people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Jesus came to visit Abraham study la Sabbath. Akakula mbuzi choma na maziwa mala. Alikula la Sabbath tulisoma hapa in Genesis chapter 18 and 19. What's the case? We have to know we are living in the most holy place time. Tunaishi tu prior to the soon and second return of Jesus. So Mungu anatayarisha appetite zetu to be closer with the appetite of where? Heaven. 2, in the solemn time ambao the diet that is permissible in the most holy place is a plant-based diet. Eat what you can from the plant's kingdom. It is sufficient. You can find it the way you are. That is the best diet unaweza kuchukua kama watu wa Mungu. Actually, sijui kama niko nayo hapa. No, it's found in the book Last Events. Ellen White writes this: among those who are waiting for the second coming of Jesus, meat eating will finally be done away with. Alafu anaendelea kusema flesh will cease to be part of their diet. Alafu anaendelea kusema we should endeavor to work towards this. So it's important, if you're waiting for the soon and second return of Jesus, let us work on our health. Our diet is important. There are some diseases we will go away from only if we change our diet. It is sufficient kabisa. Mboga, matunda, nafaka. Na nilisema hapa sisi tukisikia nafaka tunajua sura mbaya na maharagwe ya soya peke yake na nyanya na poyo tukienda mbali. We know there is a rich class, a very rich class of grains ambao the gina hajai kukula. Ukienda supermarket unapata zimepangwa very beautifully, lakini hii hatutaki, tunaenda kwa chef zile zingine zote. We spend money on that which is not bread. As Isaiah says in 55 verses 2. We're spending money on that which is not bread. It's not satisfying us. So it's important to work towards that. I'll caution, in health reform, if you do away with animal products, find a replacement in the plant's kingdom. Usaidishe ujumbe wa malaika watatu kwa kuwa na mabega yamevutika huko. Tumbo na mgongo haitofautishi. Zimeshikana pamoja because una feed in an improper way. So the question here is what to feed. You already answered. What to feed is that it's plant-based diet. 2, how to feed is another thing. You still want to talk about what?
I just want to ask something.
Yes, please.
I've not seen in Jane Mombasa, but kule nyumbani nimeiona. Especially when you go to a meeting, there come the fruits and the food itself. Then I always see people taking fruit, then they serve food. Is it right?
Thank you. I've talked about what. I'm not coming to how. I'm going to answer that in the how. How to eat. Tunaweza kuwa na chakula kizuri, lakini jinsi tunakikula ni wrong. That is the problem. And one mistake that we do is what does, then you just talk about that among check amezungumza, is to eat fruits and food. Fruits should be eaten as a meal, not with a meal. That is one principle. If you have to eat it with a meal, do it before a meal. Earlier, before a meal. Inakuja mapema. Unajua our Hollywood experience has taught us so funny things. Ya kwamba that is how you do it. Wanaziita desserts. If you go to the hotel, they are called desserts. So unajua ni kitu kinarushwa tu hapo juu. Yaani unapatiwa kuku, unapatiwa maini pale, unapatiwa sijika whatever, alafu unaambiwa kuna dessert. Ni mboga, ni dessert. Kadogo tu ni ka dessert. Yaani unachukua muda mwingi kula sumu, alafu ile mzuri unapatiwa kidogo tu. And that is the point that we are losing it. So how to eat is very much important. 2, eat as is sufficient for you. Do not overeat. Overeating beclouds the mind. Nafanya akili inakuwa kama zombie inalala. Do not overeat. Eat that is sufficient for you. Last time tulisema kwamba ukishiba unajua umefanya nini? Umeshiba. Ile extra ambayo unaongeza wewe pia unajua tu ongeza. Umeshiba umejua. Lakini kwa kuwa ni tamu unasema let me just go ahead. Mpaka unakula mpaka kusuma sasa inakuwa balaa. Shida. That is overeating. You don't overeat. So how to eat is very much important. Kwa tunazungumzia maji is very much important. 3, the heartiest meal of the day should be breakfast. The heaviest meal of the day should be breakfast. The lightest meal of the day should be dinner, if it's there, or supper, as you call it. Actually, Elliot says in Castles of Diet and Food, in your supper time, either have bread and vegetables. Or fruits, actually. Bread and fruits, that's what it says. When he says bread here, atuzungumzia ile ya yeast ya dukani, nazungumzia bread ambayo umetengeneza mwenyewe. Watu wengine ambao wamechimba makaburi za familia zao ni kina mama. And the Lord says, if you know how to sing, Stacy, and you don't know how to cook, stop singing. But then she writes that.
It is a sin preparing poorly cooked meals.
Food, yeah. If she says, if you know how to handle the guitar and the piano, okay, that's what she writes there, and you don't know how to cook, she said, let that lady go and learn how to cook first. Is when she comes back to the choir. Cooking is important. How to cook. Wakati mwingine tunachukua muda wetu mwingi tunapika sumu kwa sufuria thinking that you are cooking food. Ati mamangu alinifundisha nikipika lazima kitu geuke golden brown. Sasa nachoma mafuta nachoma vitu vinakuwa vyeusi huko ndani itakuwa golden brown. Kama ninapika sasa. And it's so funny ways of cooking. So many things are supposed to be learned. Cookery is another lesson of its own. Take your time to learn how to cook. Another method is to be rich. Apart from NNY, kuna watu ambao wameandika hata cookbooks how to teach us. Actually, there is one website. It is interrelated with, if not Amazing Facts, it's Three Angels Broadcasting. Inaitwa Cook 360. There is a man there who does cooking lessons of vegetarian meals. He does it so well. There are things that some of them you don't see them in Kenya, but what you can find in Kenya, actually they are in Kenya. Vile tu sisi tukienda sokoni, hizo vitu tunapata Oriental, si Oriental, Kalasinga na Wahindi, na wamesema kama yao. What is the last time ulinunua broccoli?
Sijui hata ni nini.
Huyu mwanzo hata akuli watermelon, akuli green peas. Tomato anataka kando kando kwa chakula, huyu ako na balami, pilipili hoho anatoa, huyu ako na balami.
Kwani tuishi na nyinyi?
If you go, those things are not neglect, by the way. They're very much important in giving it time. So it's important to notice ya kwamba ile Kongoa soko, it is very rich. Nunua broccoli, nunua cabbages, nunua beetroot, nunua whatever. Maragwe nunua lentils, nunua surabaya, nunua roskoko. There are so many. So at least it's rich with different nutritional content. Yes, check.
There's a quotation before I ask this question from Ministry of Healing. Nasema, in so many graves are written, died for
Suicide.
For killing. I don't know, it's killing himself because of the food. I can't remember what.
bad cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Sister White tried.
Exactly.
There are these people, I don't know if you have met them, they skip lunch, then ikifika saa 10 ndio wanakula. So wanakula supper and all is it.
Alikula breakfast.
Wengine hata breakfast hawakuli.
The point is this. In the morning it's important to eat. Manake asubuhi tumbo lako, actually wazungu walijua wakaita breakfast. You are breaking the fast. Walijua tumbo lako liko wazi. So as you wake up in the morning, your stomach is ready to invite food. Kitu ambacho inakufanya uweze kula vyakula vitu asubuhi ni kwa kuwa usiku bila unatandika sima, chapati sita, githeri kabla ulale. So ukiamka asubuhi, you don't have relish of eating. Ukipatiwa sima inakuwa ngumu. Mbona mnafanyia pesa kivi? Hauna relish ya kukula. Hauna kabisa. So it's ukikula kidogo usiku kabla ulale, asubuhi unaamka uko na appetite kufanya nini? Ya kukula. So as you do that, they say at least between one meal and the other, there should be 5 to 6 hours apart. Actually, Ellen White says in Castles of Diet and Food, not a morsel of food should be in your mouth between one meal and the other. Unajua morsel, hata kidogo anasema isiwe, and I can scientifically support that. Unajua kwa nini? The moment una introduce chakula kwa mdomo tu, gut science tells you juice inakuwa excreted. Wanajua kuna chakula inafanya nini? Inakuja. Na that is why nafikiri watu wa coast wanaweza kuwa na ulcers mingi kushinda watu wa kila mahali. Because it is cost that to eat things that are not food that cannot be digested. Mabuyu, mdomo, namunya, alafu na meza mate. So when that gastric juicy act on mate, it acts on the stomach walls. So pole pole ina erode stomach walls. Stomach walls pole pole. Mwisho ulcers, mwisho stomach cancer. Tuombeeni, tunampeleka India kuninio kufanyiwa uchunguzi. Huyu atuombei, alijitafutia mwenyewe. Actually, Elnot says that before you pray for a sick person, ask them, did they know the laws of health? Were they keeping them? before you pray for them.
Yes,
so,
just let me just.
Just a moment before I forget what I want to say. Another food that I want to talk about is PK, Big G, Mr. Berry, all those chewing gums. Unatafuna, mwisho unameza nini? Mate. What do you want the stomach to work on? The juice, it work on your stomach linings. Pole ulcers. So let us eat food. You don't eat things which are not food. Ukikula asubuhi, train yourself kwamba utakula the next meal. Wakati ambao inakuwa often. Just train yourself to act that way, and with time the system agrees. Finally, as I give Evans time to talk, nilikuwa nasema 6 hours between meals. Nakula breakfast. The second meal naifanya lighter. If you have to have the third meal, it will be the lightest of the all. Lakini Afrika, msola ambao anaitwa naliaka wafula, wanageuza hivi. Ile mzito kabisa wanaiweka, sasa wanaweka jioni, light wanaweka asubuhi. I don't know what
maisha ndio inalazimisha watu.
Rudia hiyo point vizuri.
Wacha tu reason baba kwa mfano.
Yes.
Mtu ambaye anakula mkate na chai asubuhi, mkate mzima ni pesa ngapi? 50. Tunasema amekula cha maziwa ni pesa ngapi?
50.
Hiyo ni pesa ngapi yote? 100. Ameweka kama iko familia kubwa hata spend pesa mingi zaidi. Lakini nikinunua unga paketi moja na ninunue kasukuma kashiki 20 hapo na ka okra kando wabenda hapo nyege hapo kando ana Stacy. When I mix them together, in a feed a very large people. So it's not only economical, it's not only helpful, it is economical pia. So it's important kwamba tujue, let's eat properly. The last meal of the day should be the lightest. They say it should be eaten at least 3 hours before bed. 3 hours before bed. Ukifanya hivyo, unalala usingizi mzuri sana. I think those who practice that in mission for the first time, you saw the effect. Ya kwamba vile unakula mapema ukilala, even waking up in the morning becomes at least lighter, easier kuamka asubuhi. Dalili ambayo umetandika machapati mengi. Yes, Evans.
We have these beautiful Adventist ladies who are trying to slim, acha tuseme hivyo. And they have a habit of skipping meals. Is it prudent to skip meals?
There's a danger of skipping too many meals. Actually, you should only avoid eating on a program of fasting. Usijilazimishe kutokula unataka kuslim. It is very simple if you want to slim. Go on a plant-based diet. Plant-based diet. Drink a lot of water. It burns the calories there. Exercise, tembea inaenda. Ukijinyima chakula unajiongezea shida zaidi. Because your stomach becomes empty for a very long time, to a point kwamba zinaanza kuwa eroded with the digestive juices, and you invite ulcers to yourself. So do not have a prolonged system of anger. On fasting, if you want to be hungry, let it be on a purpose. I set aside a time for fasting and prayer, and I'm fasting in that I'm leaving food. That is my fasting way, because there are other ways of fasting anyway. You can do that. So that's it. Yes, please.
This aspect of concoction, should you take it daily?
No. Just the same way with hizi dawa za hospitali. Ukizoesha mwili wako dawa, mwisho hiyo dawa hairespond kwa mwili wako. Kama mwili wako kila mara unasikia kichwa, unachukua dawa. Mwisho hiyo dawa haifunction kwa mwili wako. That's what happens also with hizo dawa zingine za kiasili. If ukichukua concussion over and over again, by the time utakuwa mgonjwa you want to treat you using concussion, your body doesn't respond easily. Because kama kuna mutation in a take place, the body registers this as food, not as medicine.
But it's wrong to walk around with these bottles of water in the water.
Unless it's during mission times. The best thing you can do kama unataka kunywa plain water, eka lemon tu peke yake ndani. Achana na tangawizi na ginger. Unaweka equal lemonade water, at least inafanya cleansing. But it's good just to drink plain water. Kama unataka kunywa maji. So if you have to drink hiyo, unaweza kunywa just for a short time. But the remaining of the day, drink pure water. We say pure water. And by the way, do you know, in the whole world, hakuna kitu kina quench thirst apart from water. When you're thirsty and you drink soda, you won't quench your thirst. You drink chai, you won't quench your thirst. Maka ukunywe maji. That was the program of God was kuigeuza. So that's it. So kunywa hiyo just for a special occasion, mara moja mara mbili, but it's good to have pure water practice. Yes, Mark?
Okay, on the same issue, maji and the lemon and the water. Once you take it in the body, there will be digestion. because it won't be registered as.
Water, exactly. Yeah, thank you. I think we've handled the law of health properly, of diet, and the part that is remaining, study for yourself. But the principles we've laid, plant-based diet, you can work towards it. You can work towards it. It is operated by the principle of Daniel. The Bible says Daniel purposed in his heart. That means mind. Purpose in your heart. Purpose prayerfully. Hii si vita ya kimwili, si rahisi venye unafikiria. It's not easy. Appetite. Anasema kwamba it's the foundation of all moral depravity. Si rahisi. But when you purpose prayerfully, you will overcome. When you overcome for the first time, you overcome for the second time, for the third time, inakuwa part and parcel of you. Because you've already registered the body, this is what the way I want to go. Overcome. Don't make a mistake of sitting down. I was telling my family members here, of saying today I'm going to eat meat for the last time. I will not eat. After that, you'll eat it thoroughly. Thoroughly. Utaila, vizuri kabisa. If you want to leave it, actually niwaambia, put yourself to a test if you want to eat it. Allow, kama ni a home setup, allow it go prepared and then resist. When it is there. You purpose in your heart. Actually, I was telling Dan, tembelea buffet. Mahali kuna buffet and then you find yourself that you are only going to serve the plate of mchicha and the plate of this one, and then the other thing I'm going to leave aside. When you register to your mind that over and over again it become part. Lakini tunakaa chini. Actually, I gave them a study. Kuna a friend of mine whom we are in some singing ministry. So Robinson, I want to go to and talk to my wife leo nikarangie nyama mara ya mwisho. Ninakula mara ya mwisho kabisa. I like to what Belinda commented when I said that. He said that hiyo siku ndio unapata itapikwa tamu zaidi. So when you eat that day, you say, hey, hiki ndio siwezi acha. So the next time narudia tu tena. Hiki ndio siwezi kuacha, narudia tu tena. So pole tu and you resist. But as you resist, replace. I'll say this to help you who are struggling. If you have to struggle with flesh, at least remain with fish alone.
Hallelujah.
Kama hilo bado utakuwa na struggle nayo. Wanasema watu wa flesh. Why am I saying that? Zile zingine, their effect is so strong on your health. Fish still has an effect. I'm not saying it doesn't have an effect because at last you're supposed to do on a plant-based diet. But if you have to struggle and remain with something, you better remain with fish. Si kuku. Kuku cholesterol content iko juu sana. Actually, cholesterol content ya ile kuku naita kuku nini?
Kuku mjinga.
Kuku jinga. Ile kuku ya grade. Cholesterol content yake iko chini kushinda kienyeji. Kienyeji cholesterol yake iko juu hata kushinda ile grade. Ile grade actually shida yake ni kama imepigwa mashindano na chemical ndio nyingi kwake. Lakini compare cholesterol ambayo ndio hatari kabisa ya kienyeji kuna mingi. Manake ile mafuta yake anajenga with natural things. Akona mafuta kisawasawa. Sometimes you even see when they cook hen hawaeki hata mafuta. Iko mingi. Actually kuna siku mama alipika kuku hapa akachukua mafuta separately akayeyusha. Ilikuwa nyingi sana. Cholesterol. Now what cholesterol does, inaenda na form around the blood tissues. Pole to arteries. Pole to arteries. Pole to. So pole ina build what is called high blood pressure. Ndio nakushtuka siku moja umekufa tu kikaa kwa kiti. Eti wewe tu kwa kitanda asubuhi tukapata kumeenda. Because your arteries are blocked mara moja na zika block there. So it's important apart from that. Let me caution these other people to speak. We do not keep the health laws just for us to live a long life. We keep the laws of health to develop a Christ-like character. Hiyo ni important. Mtu mwingine aliwahi kuja kutuliza. Kuna mtu mwingine anahubiri EMR anaitwa Onyango. I don't know if you've met him. Anahubiri EMR. Akona mafungu ya Quran hapa na Biblia hapa, fingertips na anarua kila kitu. Actually I hosted him in my house. And when I was inviting him, nikiwa a student nilimtext mtumishi, what don't you use? Ananiambia mimi mtumishi sikuli kitu ambao Biblia imekataa, Leviticus chapter 11 na 12, alafu sikuli kokoto na misumari. Ndio bali inakula yote. So mtu jaribu kuambia kwamba kuku atafagilia, nyama ile mzuri ya ng'ombe atafagilia. So mtu kwa mchanganya Ingereza, angalia Timotheo mnasema kwamba health reform inafanya watu washike mafungu. Mbona yeye ameshika mafungu? It's more than mastering scriptures. It's developing a Christ-like character. I'm going to show something from the Bible. about that shortly. You have something to say?
Yes, if you read the Side of Ages, page 123, Sister White understand. If we are assailed with temptation, do not look at the circumstances of the wicked self, but the power of the word. He says that those who are still struggling with the appetites, they should look at Christ in the wilderness and his agony at the cross.
Thank you. Thank you so much. In the wilderness and his agony on the cross. That is powerful. Yes,
There's a book, Christian Temperance and Bible Hygiene, chapter 5, talk about extremes in diet. I beseech us to go and take that book and read. And there's something, it's the pen of inspiration writes, that I'll read it. Two classes have been presented before me. First, those who are not living up to the life which God has given them. Secondly, those who are too rigid in carrying out their one-sided ideas of reform and enforcing them on others. Listen to that. When they take a position, they stand to it stubbornly and carry nearly everything over the mark. Then, the pen of inspiration continues, the first class adopted the reform because someone else did. And then, they did not obtain a clear understanding of its principles for themselves. Many of those who profess the truth have received it because someone else did, and for their life they could not give the reason of their faith. This is why they are so unstable. Instead of weighing their motives in the light of eternity, instead of obtaining a practical knowledge of the principles underlying all the actions, instead of digging down to the bottom and building upon a right foundation for themselves, they are walking in the lights of another's torch and will surely fail. You get what it, so in fact when you quoted the pen of inspiration, she's saying let us, it is a struggle. And one day I was telling my brother here, Alphonse, that it took Sister White around 20 years to leave meat. And she was wondering how. People think that Sister White was, when she received the message and she left meat, it is a struggle. And by the way, that's why we say that don't do because someone is doing. Dig deep. Have the foundation and have the principles. And then lastly, in fact, when umesema tu, you have a friend who was saying, Bwana ameshika mafungu and anakula everything. This is what she said. Health reform means something to us, and we must not belittle it by narrow views and practices. We must be true to our convictions of right. Daniel was blessed because he was steadfast in doing what he knew to be right, and we shall be blessed if we seek to honor God with full purpose of heart.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's very much important to ensure we are on the right forms of diet. What Vince has just mentioned, I need to put an emphasis on something so that you don't err in your faith. And an elder that I met, hii ministry nakutana na watu ajabu sana. Atajitetea because of things that he read. For example, there's a quotation that Ellen White says, "Bring me fresh herrings." And one of some friends together, and some bringing fresh herrings so that I eat. Herrings is a sort of a fish, and he was using that to support kwamba that is not wrong and such things. Ellen White in the book Counsels of Diet and Food, hapo introduction yake huko mbele kabisa, there is, I think it's some letter. It's letter, I don't know what, I cannot quote it. She says, "Let no one make me a criterion." That's what she says. She knows, let no one make me a criterion. If she has a struggles, it's not automatic kwamba wewe pia lazima struggle for 20 years. How sure are you that Christ will not come before 20 years? So the point is, if you know the truth, work diligently towards it. Two, Vincent has said a very important thing, extremes in diet. Hapo ndio wakati mwingine watu nakosea kabisa. We go so much extreme, and more so, if we have Adventist family, tunafanya watoto wetu wanachukia Adventist messages because of the extremes point to take. We had a rally, kukasa ile ya kule kukasa ya huko ndio kukasa ya coast. We had a kukasa rally, and we were in a certain university that had its identity for security reasons. So that university tulipoingia tulipata wamemaliza tu a 1 week health week umechapa hapo, wamefundishwa kabisa, so they were practicing health principles. Hiyo jioni tukiingia tu hivi kwa tukapelekwa mahali kuna serviwa chakula. We were served, no, first of all, the sight of the bees that we are going to serve, we could have made you ask, imekarangwa ama tunangojea ikaangwe? Because you see, marago yote yako chini, maji yako juu, vitunguu vinaelea hapo juu. So it's not even appealing to the eyes in the first place. Okay, nikasema okay, labda ni sura ndio baya, ni tamu. Tukapakuliwa rice, tukapakuliwa beans. Mdomo, there is no an ounce of salt in that food. After pinch ya salt hakuna. We had a friend, yeye ajui kujifunga story ya chakula. Naambia wazee, nisadeni na chumvi. Kaambia no, we don't give salt. Why? Kaambia it is not helpful for you to use salt. Kasema kuna new light hapa. There's a new light here. So tulikuwa tunasikia njaa ile, kabidi tukakula and we went. And before we went, we finished eating. Yeah, alikuwa amezoea kunywa maji akikula. Akasema nisaidie na maji. Watu wasema no, we don't give water after eating. Akasema I want to gargle. Akasema no, we don't give even to gargle. Akasema no. Kaniambia Robinson, watek. Hapa ni tukatoka. So usiku tukakuwa hosted na one of the university students there came. Kwake asubuhi breakfast tukakuwa served chapati. If you see the chapati, umeweka chapati umeroll, umeweka kwa pan hivi na ukatoa. Hakuna mafuta, ile ni chapati ile ya brown. Imewekwa kwa pan hivi na mafuta ikatolewa. Kwa hiyo imekuwa served na pojo. Ndani yake imekatwa vitunguu saumu na tangawizi, zimaziko kila pojo utafuna tangawizi na vitunguu saumu. Tulikaa, tukavumilia hiyo chakula, tukakula. And we went back. Now the next day, ilikuwa ni Friday. The next day was a Sabbath. My school, university now ilikuwa inakuja in the morning. Mimi ningeenda before because I was among the leaders who were supposed to organize the event. So nikaenda before hapo. The next day my university came. Sijui ni Mungu tu alitusaidia. They came with packed lunch. And I said I will not touch that food. I will not go and touch that food whatsoever. Manake niliona meza venye imewekwa, chapati zimewekwa hapo, nikaimagine ile chapati ni kama inakuwa nimekula. Ile githeri ni ile ambayo ina chumvi. I said I will not touch it. I will not touch it whatsoever. So nikapata chakula kwa my schoolmates ambao walikuwa wamekuja and I ate lunch. I remember when done, we were done in that rally. I consume hiyo chakula. So in the afternoon, jamaa kaja to explain sasa hizo principle. I know most of you have been complaining, but the testimonies are very clear about blah blah blah. Kutoka hapo nikashika one of the friends, kaambia mtumishi, just show me two quotations. Ambapo inasema thou shall not use salt, thou shall not use oil. Just show me two. Mimi nitatoka hapa na mimi anaweza kusambaza huo ujumbe. Of salt hawakupata popote. Wanasema we're supposed to use ile chumvi inaitwa rock salt. Is what you're supposed to use. Nyingine iko na chemicals ndani. Sema where is the rock salt? Now give us, let us use it. If it's not here, give us what we have so that we can use it. Now on oil, kuna quotation ambayo Ellen White anazungumza about grease. They misapplied them. Actually, we read with them the quotations, but China akagundua it was a very wrong idea. I thank God actually. Our speaker, our divine service speaker in that particular mission was Jack Ndiege. Unajua Jack is so funny. When people were being asked in the afternoon, how many enjoyed the food? I saw him raise up. So later I met Jack and I was asking him, I said, I went back there for a week of prayer. I just wanted them to invite me again so that I could go back there. So at least, so there are some extreme positions we take in diet. Ambazo zinatuangamiza. Actually, the friend that I know from that school alikuwa anasema walikuwa wanamuuliza alikuwa na mwili mkubwa kiasi. Because after hiyo wiki, month ilikuwa imepita hivi, most of them walikuwa wamekonda wanaisha. Wanamwambia wewe unatuenjoy. Mbona wewe bado umenona? And I was like, is it that when you embrace health reform, ni lazima ukonde? Is it a must? And the Bible records at the end of the 10 days, Daniel was smarter than all the people of Babylon. Asa ni health reform gani ambao watu wakichukua lazima wakonde? So we have to avoid extremes in diet. Wakati mwingine nikaanza kunyemelea kwa my campus. Nikaona tunaenda mission, mtu analeta idea tupike chapati na kitunguu saumu. My friend, I think we were in that mission. That chapati is the worst I've ever tasted. It's a very distasteful taste. Unajua wanafunzi wa university ni waajabu sana. Waajabu sana. So as we embrace health reform, let us avoid extremes in diet. But then read that topic, it's important. Study that particular topic to avoid extremes in diet. Let us eat what we have. And Lord says the food should be simple, it should be palatable. Palatable inamaanisha tamu kwa mdomo, and it should be appealing to the eye. By the way, let me speak to ladies here. This in our African setup, not even African setup. It is assumed kwamba the sitting table and blah 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 is a lady's position. Study how to make your table appear appetizing, presentable. It's very important. Do you know you can present managu on the table, and the way you present it, nafanya hii hapo tena inakuja, somebody will eat as if anakula kuku. Lakini wewe huwa nasikia hapa Belinda akigombanisha kina Esther. Wanatoka jikoni na chakula, bakuli moja iko kule, vikombo viko huku. Yaani the table is scattered mpaka mtu akiona hivi ameshiba tayari. People who love order just get satisfied with the disorder on the table. Set the table well. Kama ni saani ya chapati, look on very different ways of presenting what? Food on the table. Leo present hivi, leo present it. Abel Mudema anasema kwamba let your husband not study you. Asikuzoee kama ukisema kwamba leo tunapika chapati, anasema ni ile maji na mafuta na chumvi ya kawaida. Na ataleta tu azipoe kwa sahani hapo na aende. Let us find unique ways on how to not only increase our appetite, lakini pia kujenga family. When you have children, then appreciate health reform depending on how you present it. Usifanya kwamba atamani kuku za jirani na nyama za jirani kwa sababu wewe hapo umemfunga na kwenye nambari chakula. Sukuma yenyewe baba singekaa hapa naona ijue inakusumbua. Sukuma yenyewe imeni maji iko tu hapo iko. So let's assure kwamba as we do health reform, we exercise the right things. Right. I think that is sufficient for now. Nani akona kitu cha kuzungumza, cha kuuliza? You are welcome. What is the time? 5:30. 5:30. Oh. Wa notify kwamba wamaliza. Najua ndio walimaliza mpaka wakatungojea.
There's in this Adventist, there are people, of course, of the preach Jesus. Even I'll ask you, why can't you just preach Jesus?
Exactly.
A quick answer before I continue with the next step.
Oh, why anasema preach Jesus? I don't know if Jesus they want to be preached anyway, because as far as I'm concerned, what I'm preaching is Jesus. Is this Jesus who says, I'm the resurrection and life. I choose between life and death, but I present between you life and I choose life. So Jesus wants us to have life, not only eternal life, but even the physical life. So that's the Jesus that we are preaching. This is the Jesus that says, as many as I love, I rebuke and I chastise. So watering down the message does not mean you're preaching Jesus. Actually, you're not preaching him. You're preaching Jesus.
Now, there's a reason why all of us should embrace health. If there are topics in Adventist, I think I can narrow them around 3, which are very controversial. And all of them, in fact, it's about the reforms. That is health reform, music reform. Those are controversial. Because, well, I don't know, but there's something, in fact, somebody you may be friends anyway, until you touch meat. We have Iona in our church there. By the way, you are just friends. But thou shalt not touch the subject of meat. You get me? But people will argue that meat is good until the point where daktari mwenyewe anamwambia don't touch meat. How I wish that let us connect this temperance and salvation, and then know why we must do this. And that's why the spirit of inspiration tells us, let us dig deep and find principle. By the way, in health reform, we have a lot of pretense, right? And I suppose it is because of that being misjudged or somebody imposing it on us. For example, let us say, corn, right? You find a chair. The chair is not taking all those terms, and you're a member, and nothing can. Nyama. So you want it, but because of the people surrounding you, unajinyima, lakini ukipewa tu vision ya kutoka commission next door utarawa. So what is my point? In embracing health, let us learn there is a struggle which we must have a partnership with Christ. And let us accept that everyone is struggling. And let us present Jesus as a solution who can help us in our what? In our struggle. Let us not look at others and say, nani bado nakula nyama? Kwa windi kundi. Unamsomea fungu. For people who want to go to heaven and miss school,
not be part of their diet.
Of their diet.
Thank you. It's essential. First of all, let me say this. With the core members, I really love your honesty. Tukikutana pamoja mahali kumechinjwa kuku hawata spare. Hiyo watakanya kama they won't spare. They won't spare. They not swear. But I know